When I got married, I made these 5 critical mistakes. And this video is for any of you viewers watching that are considering getting married a second time or considering getting married a first time. Do not make these same 5 mistakes that I made. And that's what I want to share with you in this video, because I was married for 20 years, divorced, and I've been single now for 3 years. And believe me, these 5 things you do not want to miss, especially if you're thinking of getting married again or the first time. All right, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Silver Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and a notification button, because I'm dropping videos every week. But first, if you haven't seen my ebook, yes, I wrote an ebook over 100 pages on how to date younger women, the do's and don'ts. But if you don't want to read, that's okay. I've got you covered, and I'm offering a free audiobook version narrated by me. It's 2 hours, and you can get that at the same link in the description. All right, let's get into this video. So, 5 mistakes that I made when I got married, and I don't want you to make the same 5 mistakes, so let's get into this. First mistake was bank accounts. And you might be thinking, Silver Bachelor, what do you mean bank accounts? Well, let me describe this. My ex-wife and I had one bank account, and it was a shared joint bank account. Huge problem, and I'm gonna get into why this is a problem. So, Steve Harvey, not that I'm his biggest fan, but he did say this one thing, and I was like, damn, man, he's right on about it. In a relationship, when you're living together or you're married, you need to have 4 bank accounts. 4 bank accounts, okay? 1 joint bank account, that's for savings. 1 joint bank account, that's for expenses, okay? Then you each should have your own bank account to do whatever the fuck you want to do with. It's your money. You decide with your joint income what percentage goes to her, what percentage goes to you as your own bank accounts. And then you have these 2 bank accounts, one for the expenses and one for the savings, and that will solve all your problems. Because here's the deal. When you have 1 joint bank account, guess what's going to happen over time? She's going to start complaining, and especially even doesn't matter if you're the breadwinner, she's going to start complaining that you've gone off and you've bought this shirt on Amazon that you really liked. Or I have some hobbies and I decide to buy a new DJ speaker or whatever the hell it is. And it's not about the amount that you're spending. It's the fact you're spending something out of the joint bank account, and it's total BS. So the way to avoid all of this is that you have your money, she has her money, and you have your decided and agreed upon savings for expenses and for savings. Okay, that will eliminate the problems with who's spending what, and you can go off and buy a $50 shirt if you fucking want to, or you can go off and buy an $8,000 electric scooter if you want to. Doesn't matter, because it's your money, you've saved it, and she can do the same thing. So that's number 1, bank accounts. Number 2 is, this is a big one. This is basically ultimately what cost my marriage was the willingness to move for one person's career, all right? I was always the breadwinner. And the more senior your job, especially if you're getting into director, vice president, executive positions in companies, and you switch jobs, what if their head office is somewhere else? And you need to be where the wizards are, is what one executive told me one time. So I ended up getting an amazing job, which I still have today, and they wanted me to move to Atlanta. I'm originally from Canada. And that became a major problem. But the thing is, she didn't want to move anywhere from my career. She didn't want to move to Toronto, which is a 5-hour drive from Ottawa, or even, well, I wouldn't live in Montreal because I don't speak French, or Vancouver. Okay, can't really drive there, but that's far. But she just didn't want to move anywhere. So my advice, number 2, and I wish I knew this before, is you have the conversation early on, and you say, look, if I'm the breadwinner, are you okay with moving wherever that job takes us? And you need to discover this before you get married. So that's number 2. Number 3 is alignment on the 5 love languages. This video is not to go over all the love languages, but basically you need to know what your top 3 are, and you need to know what her top 3 are. So the 5 love languages are physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, gifts, and acts of service, okay? So again, this video is not to go over the 5 love languages and things, but you have to have compatibility. So for example, if physical touch, which most men physical touch is in their top 3, if physical touch is not in her top 3, then you might have a problem with her receiving affection and wanting to have sex. Okay, just putting it out there. So that's number 3, is alignment on the 5 love languages. Number 4, female nature. You ever heard the saying, happy wife, happy life? Well, it's total bullshit, because female nature, the women are never happy. They're never happy. They get complacent. They take things for granted. Doesn't matter how much you try to win them over, try to be nice and all this stuff. Once a woman checks out of a relationship, it's over, it's done. There's no, you can tell when she's checked out, when the kissing has changed, and that has happened to so many men. They get married, everything's great up until that point. A few years in, she doesn't want to kiss you as much. She doesn't want you touching her. The games start and all this stuff. No amount of counseling, no amount of doing more things for her, helping her, paying bills, getting her breast implants, whatever it is going to make her happy. That is female nature. Accept that, gentlemen, that a woman is never happy. And so ride it while it lasts, but you have to accept that. If you get married, don't just think the more you do for her, the happier she's going to be. No, in fact, it's the more you keep your masculine energy, your masculine frame, and go, no, this, don't do this, don't do that. And she needs to ultimately know that at any moment you can walk away, okay? And that little bit of fear is actually what creates a great relationship. All right, so moving on. So that's number 4, female nature. Number 5 is perfect segue into what I just said. Basically, you have to have your own masculine frame and have this attitude of my way or the highway. Now, this all has to happen though before you get married. She's got to realize, wait a minute, at any moment, if I start fucking up, he's out the door. And this is so important in any relationship. And for those women watching, I know you're going to disagree with me, but you're not a man, and you're not a man who's in a relationship with women, and women do this all the time. And if she doesn't feel like at any moment she can lose him, she's not going to put her best foot forward to keep him around. Okay, so that's number 5, and I wish I knew this before. The bonus tip I'm going to leave you with right now, and thanks for watching so far, is be willing to pay any price for your peace. What I mean is, if you're now married again, or you're in a marriage and you don't have peace, pay the fucking price. Get out of there. There's nothing worse than being in prison with shackles around your ankle, and you have no freedom, you have no peace, just because you made this commitment. Well, if she's making your life miserable and you are miserable, get out and pay the price. So hope you like this video. We'll see you next time.